This is a review for Little Women of Atlanta, Season 3, Episode 1. So, we start out this episode seeing Minnie, her mom, and the Tiny Twins going to a weight detox center. Nothing really stood out for me about this scene except for in the confessionals, Minnie did mention that she is trying to start to live a healthier lifestyle and she wants to bring peace and positive energy back into her life. It's because she is seeing someone now. Uh, we'll see. We'll see how that goes later on in the season, and then we also see the Tiny Twins mentioning that they are starting to become tired and frustrated with Money and Juicy because they feel like that they are always picking on Minnie, and this season they are going to be more in Minnie's corner and kind of stand up for her. So we'll see more of that. Then we see the newest cast member, Tanya. We met Tanya and also Samantha, who will come in as Tanya's nanny. We met both of them last season during Money's bachelorette party. Samantha moves down from Jersey to help Tanya out with her two children. Tanya is she has her own business in alternative health care, and so she needs someone to kind of come in the home and help her to kind of juggle the responsibility of being a single mom with two children and running her own business. Later on in the episode, Tanya and Samantha have the rest of the girls over for kind of a just kind of drinks and just to kind of catch up. What we noticed during this scene is the Tiny Twins are hyped hyped up for no apparent reason. They come in guns blazing and they're just ready to attack. It kind of threw me off because I felt like in that scene they kind of started the drama. There were probably some things that if they wanted to discuss that could have been discussed later, but to bring that into someone else's home, I thought that was rude and disrespectful. And if it was me, I would have kindly dismissed them away from my home. But the twins kind of bring up to Juicy the fact that mentioned that she hasn't spoken to Minnie since the reunion, and what she did to Minnie was kind of overboard. And you just see Minnie just sitting there, kind of just soaking this up. She's just so excited that she has her minions in her corner, and for once again someone else is fighting for her. And I thought it was very odd that when Money was just sitting there and she was just kind of minding her business, she was quiet and letting those who were in the conversation have the conversation. One of the twins, I can't tell them apart. She addressed Money and said, "Why aren't you saying anything?" And Money's response was, "Well, she's a grown woman. She can fight her own battles. I don't need to jump in unless something is being addressed to me." And I thought it was just odd because their whole thing was you need to be any other time you're standing up and you're fighting with her, and today you're quiet. And it's just like, well, nothing's being said to me, nothing's being said about me. Why should I jump into an altercation that doesn't that doesn't apply to me? I just thought the twins were just kind of doing the most, and I thought that once again Minnie was playing the victim. Now, my whole thing about the relationship between Money and Minnie is it's kind of twofold. I see it both ways. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody who is consistently lying. And I think what we have to remember is this is not just a friendship, this is a job to them. They have to be around these women in our regular lives. If we're around, we have friends who are constantly lying and who are just not behaving in a way that we, and bring an energy around that you want to be around. You can just dismiss them from your life and move on. Versus them, they have to continue to film with these other ladies, and they have to continue to be around them. So that's what makes it a little more difficult. But Minnie is just kind of like a pathological liar. She lies about everything, and then she kind of plays the victim. And I think it's very interesting. And like I said, I think she's mentally unstable in some way to continuously lie about things. And she fought for that lie last season about being pregnant. She fought for it as if she really truly believed it, and then like we'll see later on is that she wasn't pregnant. And I mean, everybody knew that she wasn't pregnant, but to go as far as to lie about being pregnant and then to say that you had a miscarriage, I took offense to that. I thought that was just kind of downright disgusting because there are so many women out here who actually have to deal with that and who have gone through those things. So for you to lie about it, it just wasn't cool, and it really spoke to her mental stability, in my opinion. But I'm very interested in see how the twins are going to react once they find out that she lied about that, since they rode so hard for her. We also see a scene where with baby Aubrey, Andrea, and Chris. Baby Aubrey is now on a feeding tube because the formula was going into her lungs. So we see Andrea trying to teach Chris how to insert the tube and care for Aubrey while she's on the tube. I just honestly, I don't understand why he's here. I don't understand how you you want to be so rah 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 against Money and Juicy, but yet you can't stand up to your own child's father in a relationship when he's not taking care of you, he's not taking care of his kids, and every other day he's leaving and running out of town. To me that doesn't make sense. Your focus right now should be on your own family and your own issues and improving that versus fighting for money. I'm sorry, Minnie. We also see a scene at the coffee shop where Money and Juicy are discussing the incident that happened at Tanya's house. Um, a lot of people don't like Juicy, but I like Juicy. When I met Juicy when Juicy was introduced to us in the first season, yes, she brought drama. She was messy. However, if it wasn't for that, the season would have been actually kind of boring. I think Juicy does. She pushes it a little too much. Like I said, if it was me and I had a friend who consistently lied, and I have in the past, I would just dismiss them from my life. I wouldn't keep dealing with them. But if Juicy didn't keep on pushing the issue, what would the show have been about? And I think what it is sometimes when people lie to you and they lie to that extent, for some people it can frustrate you. It can frustrate you because it's almost like you're telling me that I'm stupid, or you're telling me that I'm crazy, and I'm not crazy, and I'm telling you that your story does not make sense. But many rode this lie until the very end. Even if you look back on the way she revealed it to her mom, the way she revealed it in the first reunion, it just nothing about it added up. And so I think that's what's frustrating Juicy the most. Yes, does she push it too much? Does she have to give her the black balloon at the reunion? No. But she's just doing it just to keep the show moving, to be honest. That's what I think. And then we see the ladies, they all get invited to a gay pride event from one of Tanya's friends who is a doctor. They get invited to come along and be on the float. Because he's a doctor, all the ladies get nurses' uniforms. They're going to dress up as nurses to be on the float. And so the event went well. Everybody was getting along. Money, Juicy, Minnie, everybody's laughing and having a good time. And then at the end, Minnie pulls Money to the side. She pulls Juicy to the side and kind of tells her, I just want to clear the air and let you know that I wasn't pregnant. Duh. Like, we all knew that Minnie wasn't pregnant. When she announced it at the reunion, she didn't want to give up any details. In the beginning of the second season, she was telling her mom that she thinks she had a miscarriage. Then we see later on in the season, she's saying she thought she missed one period, but then she was a couple of months pregnant. And then at the reunion, her mom is saying, well, I was there. I know I was there with her. I was there when she cried. I was there when she had the miscarriage. I'm like, which is it? Either you knew about it and you were there, or she's just telling you for the first time on TV. I don't know if it's editing or what, but the story just wasn't making sense. So were we shocked? No. Was it pretty much expected? I don't understand why she's coming onto the show every season lying about something and then confessing, but then also playing the victim as if she doesn't understand why everybody's so upset or everybody's picking on her. It's like Minnie likes to put things out there and then she likes to play the victim. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the rest of the season. I'm really looking forward to this. So if you have anything you'd like to comment, anything I missed that you want to comment on, please put it down in the comment box below. Thank you.